The patient, Thomas Eric Duncan, remains in serious but stable condition tonight in isolation at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital. Health officials are taking every precaution, reaching out to as many as 100 people who may have come in contact with Duncan, including the ambulance medics who transported him to the ER, hospital staff, family, friends, and their children. According to Dallas's mayor, Duncan came into contact with up to 20 people. Duncan's girlfriend and 3 family members are under quarantine in their Dallas apartment. She told CNN's Anderson Cooper she has no symptoms at this point, but is very worried.
We have delivered several days of food to that apartment. Those people in the apartment are part of Dallas County, and they are going to be treated with the utmost respect and dignity in this unusual situation.
Authorities at Liberia's airport say Duncan was screened 3 times before he boarded his flight to Brussels, and each time showed no temperature and no other symptoms. The airport official also says Duncan answered no to questions about whether he had cared for an Ebola patient or touched the body of someone who had died in an area affected by Ebola. However, people in the community he was visiting say he helped lead a pregnant woman to the hospital who later died of the disease. His half-brother says Duncan was unaware she had Ebola.
This pregnant woman was walking and was falling off, and then he ran to help her so she can drop and hurt herself.
Back in Dallas, Duncan's girlfriend told Anderson Cooper the sheets Duncan used in her apartment have yet to be removed.
Although all of the contacts will be monitored, when you quarantine somebody, you feel that the risk is high enough. You want to make sure that you don't miss the development of symptoms and have them have contact with somebody else.
Dallas Independent School District Superintendent Mike Miles said Duncan came in contact with 5 students who attended 4 different schools in the area. Dallas area schools, however, remain open.
There's no reason to close the schools down. These students had not exhibited any signs of contracting the disease. Furthermore, the incubation time couldn't have mathematically happened.
Although schools that might have been exposed have been disinfected, parents are taking every precaution.
I don't think I'm going to bring him until, I go to the doctor, check him, and then see if he's okay.
I'm worried for my son and my daughter and me.
The CDC is now giving out information cards to everyone arriving from West Africa, the epicenter of the outbreak.
But this is very likely to happen again, so we have to be prepared to react here, and we have to be working to contain this in West Africa. That's the only way of stopping it happening.
And as health and government officials scramble to contain the virus and inform the public, questions remain about how this could have happened. When Duncan began feeling sick, the hospital in Dallas didn't isolate or admit him, even though he told a nurse he had just traveled from Africa.
This was just a simple, faulties of human nature. It was a mistake. They dropped the ball.